Welcome back to the DRT show, where today we're going to talk about the Konami Code that's been found 25 years later. Yes, they are still finding Konami codes in Konami games. We're going to be talking about the new iPhone emulator. We're going to be talking about PlayStation trophies coming out on PC. We're going to be talking about Little Big Planet servers that have been shut down and it's just wrecked people's melons. We're also going to be talking about a new PSP mod that's on the horizon because I've not given up on PSP. And last of all, we're going to talk about a cool new Xbox that, again, you cannot buy. So let's get into it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the DRT show, where today me and my sexy handsome companion Graham
That's me.
are going to talk about what's going on in our world, and we're going to also talk about some gaming news, some big things that are happening in the world of gaming.
Yeah,
so how is it going, buddy? How's it going?
All good. Nothing news really happening. I am currently recording with my camera on, but that's probably going to change in a minute because I am in the kitchen and there's obviously kids and dogs and wives and everything running about the place still. So I will kind of be turning the camera off and on as I go. But apart from that, same shit and shovel. We've just spent the last 20 minutes talking about our trip to London that's coming up, and then we decided to press record.
Yes, yeah. So we were just talking about, because we're actually heading down to London this weekend as of the recording of this. It'll be Sunday. We're going to be in there Sunday the 28th of April. Why are we in London, Graham?
For the gay sex.
All of the gay sex.
For the gayest of the sexes.
Oh, the gayest
We
of
are
the sexes.
going to an orchestra, which just adds to the whole gay thing I was just talking about. You can say, you're
So-
allowed to say gay in our village, just so you know.
Oh, it's probably included. But yes, we are going down to London. Not just to see any orchestra, though. No. So a couple of months back, me and Graham I was just perusing, as I do, and all of a sudden it popped up on my feed that they were doing an orchestra for the game Elden Ring. So this
Which
is
game?
the Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Are we still trying to pretend this is straight when we're talking about old men's rings?
Oh, none of this is straight, Graham. None of this at all. Oh, blah, blah, blah. No, this is... Yeah, so Elden Ring, the game, it came out, what was it, last year?
2 years ago,
before. 2 years ago, wow. Easily one of mine and Graham's favourite games of all time. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, they're doing an orchestra, doing the whole soundtrack thing. So we are going to London to check that out. We're meeting up with a friend of ours, Pondy, and we're gonna go have a little wander around London during the day and do some stuff.
Try and not get stabbed.
That too. That's the biggie.
That's the part I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to
no.
the most, is no getting stabbed.
I hope we don't get stabbed. I mean, it's a stabby place, unfortunately. But
A stabby place.
hey, it is what it is. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Aye, it's going to be worth it, like dodging knives.
So yeah, that I cannot wait for. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's
I'm going
a
to
lot
apologise in
of
advance. Just my arsehole bell end there dog is there and she's barking. And if it's coming through in the podcast, I am sorry. I will try and mute it as I go. But she's a wee bellend, and she's, I think she's a few crumbs short of a sandwich.
Well, listen, she's cute, so it's all good. It's all good.
Had to be there.
So what else is going on, buddy? What else have you been?
What else have we been doing? It's just been kind of dicking around, really. Like, I've got a few bits for vidges, a few builds, a few mods, stuff that will be unveiled on the channel very soon. A couple of things that I'm very excited for.
Yes.
That's really, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
it's been
so.
been a weird one. It's been the last wee while's been catching up on all the old games, which has been good. And one of the things we're going to talk about here in a minute blew my fucking mind. But we'll get to that in a second. But that's really, to be honest, like, I'm still kind of getting stuff sorted here. I'm getting the printer still sorted. I think I've figured something simple, like I was saying to you earlier on, that was giving me grief.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I'm gonna have to mess about with it and see if I can get it, because both me and Graham have got similar printers. I think I've got the next model,
aye, you've got aye.
but we both have exactly the same issues. So I'm hoping that this small little tweak is gonna make all the difference, because this morning, actually, like this morning of recording, I printed off something that was an absolute nightmare, and I had one of those balls of like, it looked like black twine.
Ball.
It was just
This was
it was just all mixed up.
This is what came out of my printer.
Mm.
I had to change filament. I had to change the filament because the paint was dripping on the filament, so I had to cut off the bits that were covered in paint. And then when I was feeding the filament back through, I was like, why is nothing coming out? And then realising that the nozzle was right above the bed. And then that happened.
Oh, that's not fun.
Well, I cleared it, but the last time this happened was a couple of weeks ago, and it brought out a load of black wet, and I've not had black in the printer for I don't know how long, so I ended up clearing part of the nozzle, I think, which is dead handy.
Yeah. I will say I often extrude mine just to get whatever was in it out, because it does get stuck in there. But no, I've actually now that it's kind of back up and running again, I've been really enjoying just printing out little wee bits just to mess about with. Like this is actually today I've printed this. So I found a really nifty little stand. It's small, insignificant, but it makes the world of difference, because I wanted something that I could showcase my consoles on when I'm doing images. So I got this little wee stand, and it just holds it perfectly, Game Boys and all sorts. So that's what I printed out today, and I've been loving it. But like I say, I did try printing something out earlier, and it came out in a ball of twine. So I was like, oh, that sucks.
Did you try and print one of the tumbleweeds?
Hi. Well, I didn't need to try. It just happened. it just
I remember the first morning I woke up after printing all night and just found like a big boy fucking Yeti pubes, and I was not fucking happy. Like,
well, you'll like this as well. So one of the other really frustrating things about 3D printing that I've come across as well is I've been trying to 3D print a chocobo, right? So I've 3D printed. I was gonna start another one right now, but I realized I was gonna be podcasting tonight, so I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna leave it, because the actual print itself takes about 18 hours. Print's fine, right? But when I'm taking off the you get the little tree
the
supports. Thank you. The little tree supports. I tried getting off them on the first model that I did, and it was so hard that it flung out of my hand like that. I just off it went, hit the floor, and broke the plastic. Choco-blow indeed. So today,
thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Yep, there you go. That's where it peaked right there. But no, then today last night I printed off another one. Today I'm taking off the supports. What happens? The leg breaks off it. I'm just like, I just wanted the chocobo.
This is what you get for printing Final Fantasy shit.
I had a feeling you were going to say something like that, but yeah.
Because you know what this is a sign for? This is a sign that you need to just print off a busted Tifa statue.
Do not.
Didn't bother with your chocobo.
I've actually been looking. I've been looking for Tifa busts.
I was printing a chocobo, and
yeah, it was chocobo. No, seriously, I've actually been looking at the bus, because it looks like there's a guy on there that's been like sort of putting them on there for free for a short period of time, and then like getting rid of them or whatever. So there's a guy who's currently doing, what's he doing? He's just done a Barrett one, and it's cool, but I wanted the Tifa one.
But you're not going to wank over Barrett more than once, like.
Nah, it just don't wash. Don't really wash. So.
But you got to wash it in James.
No,
going to look like a melted fucking candle in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you another really fun thing, talking about Final Fantasy, right? So over here, sorry, I know, I'm not.
Oh my god, you're excited about Final Fantasy? I am fucking shocked.
I know. So this week, I was just perusing. There's a selling site over here called Vinted,
Why?
And I go on there, and there's some really, occasionally you'll get some good buys on there. Anyway, so I'm scrolling through, and it's like, oh, we hear you like Final Fantasy. Why not have a look at all of this Final Fantasy stuff? And I'm like, don't mind if I do. And
Well, twist my rubber arm.
I know, twist my nips. Anyway, so I started scrolling through, and all of a sudden I come across, I don't know if you've seen them, they've actually started doing little polygon figures of Final Fantasy. So like all the Final Fantasy line, they've got like little polygonal figures that are really cool. You can 3D print them too. But anyway, long story short, I was scrolling across and I was like, oh, I've never actually seen this one. And it was do you remember the save file icon in Final Fantasy VII OG? The little question mark type dealio.
Oh,
it was that.
I thought it was a telephone.
Did you?
I generally always just think it was a telephone.
It's a little question
mark. Is it? Why is that question mark?
I don't know.
It's a telephone.
I like.
That's 100%.
I like
it's a
Final
telephone.
Fantasy, but
anyway, do we save? Do we save thing?
Yeah, the little save thing. I saw that with a little polygonal thing of Yuffie. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, right.
I'll grab that. Yeah, it was like,
grab what? What did you grab, James?
10 beans. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, so on Vintage, you can actually speak to the sellers and all that kind of stuff.
You try to tell me that's a question mark. That's a phone.
Is it?
That's 100% a phone.
Where's the phone?
Look, that's the hand. That's the mind. You still have to talk through a handset.
Yeah.
That's that.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing a question mark.
There you go. Big debate.
Anyway, this is how the channel ended.
Yeah. Anyway, so I started nerding out hard with the guy who was selling it, and he was like, yeah, I bought a load from Sendico. And I was like, oh, I love Sendico. And we just started like nerding out over all this stuff. And he's like, yeah, I bought like 50 of them, and I've got the complete set now, so I'm just selling off the ones that I don't need, basically. I was like, oh, well, that's amazing. What other ones have you got? And he's like, oh, I've sold out of them all now. But he sent me a picture then of all, like, he's got this, hold on, I might even have it here.
Just intervene now. You are correct. It's either a floating question mark or C for checkpoint.
It's a question mark. It's always been a question mark.
No. I think it's a phone.
Do you? Well, listen.
C
if
for
you
phone.
think it's a phone, it's a phone. It's a proper phone.
It's a P. A P for phone. Look, P.
Well, just to show you, right? So this guy then sends me, right, this photo, and this is of his collection of Final Fantasy VII, the little polygon figures. I know. So we bonded real hard on this. And yeah, he was like, yeah, I got them all. The ones on the left, though, they're all Japanese exclusives. And I'm like, so the Yuffie one's a Japanese exclusive? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that was an obsession that I didn't really need right now. Thanks for that. So now I'm like, cool. Now I need to get them all. Like Pokemon, I need to catch them all.
Get them all.
Final Fantasy.
Oh.
So yeah, I am honestly like nerding out hard over that. I've only got the one more extra Knights figure to get. So yeah.
Well, we get to some news because I'm sick of talking about Final Fantasy already.
All right then.
Cool.
Sorry,
let's talk about the N64.
Oh god, here we go. Go on. Do you want to take
so
this one off?
Sent this to me earlier
excited about it?
What's annoying is I saw the headline for this a couple of days ago and I ignored the article, and it's not till you put it in the doc. I was like, alright, I'll fucking read it. Had I known what this was, I'd have fucking made an effort. But and I swear to God, this is driving me mental. I'm getting like serious Mandela effect here. I am almost certain I knew about this before. Yeah, I went through all my codes up, all my cheat books upstairs to look for it. I was like, I am fucking certain I have came across this before. But anyway, what is the infamous Konami Code has been found in another game 25 years after its release, and that game is Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, one of my like favorite games. It's a variant of the code. It's no exactly up, down, down, whatever. It's a variant of, but it's like C up 4 times, C down 4 times, C left, C right, C left, C right 2 times each, and then B A. And another thing is, it's no start because you can press A and then that takes you into the code. So me and you were having a debate a while ago, is start part of the cheat? And then we're like, don't know. Because you need to technically go into the game, and start is the start, like to get into the game. Whereas now it's A or start, so technically the last bit isn't part of the cheat in this variant. But anyway, what's the guy's name? Fucking Jupiter Climb?
Kazuhiro Hashimo. Oh, Jupiter Climb.
Jupiter Climb,
yeah.
who posted a bit. But I am almost certain I knew about this at some point, but I could be getting it mixed up because I used to have one of the Game Sharks as well back in the day that I think I might have used to unlock it.
Yeah.
But I got, like, I'm going to say this and I'm going to stress this, and please believe me that I did unlock all this stuff the hard way back in the day. So I could be having false memories about that as well.
Yeah,
but it's interesting.
I get these sorts of things. Yeah, so basically the code for this one actually allows you to have all the characters. Is it when you start at the next
so
game
when you start, you've only got Cornell, and then I think you need to complete the game once to get Reinhardt and Carrie, and then there's another character called Henry who you need to successfully free as Cornell during the main campaign, and then you unlock him. Then he's got his own separate wee thing, but he's got a gun, so you run about Castlevania with a gun, which is fucking
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, you're in Castlevania and you get a gun.
Castlevania guns. But it's like one of these things, you know, where it's like, what if Elden Ring had guns? Like literally, like running about Castlevania with a gun is fucking amazing. It unlocks the special costumes as well for Cornell, Carrie, and Reinhardt as well.
Have you tried this yet?
Oh, I've just recorded a short before coming on. Call.
Good man.
So there's going to be a short going out like after I've done recording this.
Good man. Well, there you go. I thought that would be quite exciting for you because
I fucking
like I said,
love it.
And to be honest with you, I wasn't going to even bother with this, but I saw Castlevania N64. And I was like, okay, Graham needs to talk about this. You don't want to talk about this because he loves Castlevania on the N64.
Well, it's funny because I think this is going to renew a lot of people's like efforts. Everybody's going to plug in every Konami game they've got, switch every Konami game when they've got, and then just try. Because like I said, it's no up, down, down. It's C up, C down, like all that stuff. So they're going to be trying.
The N64 is getting dusted off, guys. That's what's happening.
That's it. People are going to start pulling out the 64s again.
Absolutely fantastic.
I fucking love it. And the annoying thing is, over the last week, I've recorded footage for this game like 3 times. The same,
and you have the
same start level.
All right, really. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, the next one that I managed to pick up, I mean, if you haven't heard about this, I'd say if you've been living under a rock, it's the new emulator found on Apple iPhones. Yeah. What is it actually called again?
What's it called?
Thing?
Delta or something like that?
Delta. Thank you, Delta. So this is an emulator for playing retro games on your iPhone.
But this is like the first one on iPhone, isn't it? This is like the first.
This is the very first one, and it actually looks decent. I haven't got an iPhone to test this out on. I haven't got any Apple products, but I will say what I've seen of the actual little emulator, it looks really cool. It looks really, really cool. And I just thought, like, that was a nice little tidbit, to be honest with you, talking about. Because, like, you tend to find, like, I mean, emulation on Android is pretty much incredible. Do you know what I mean? I can literally play everything from, like, PS1, PS2, PS3. You know, you can play GameCube, you can play Switch, which is insanely good, believe it or not, on my specific phone as well. Because I got one of the posher ones, and it runs like butter. It really does. It's really smooth. It's probably a better thing for me to play Switch on my phone than it is on my OLED Switch, because my phone's OLED as well. So, and I can up-res the graphics, so it's like literally the best.
Well, that's the one weird thing
to play Switch.
I know we're going to go off on a tangent here now, but like, I watched a video the other day. A guy who's emulating Switch on the Switch because he installed Windows or some custom UI, and
Yeah.
on that it's got a Switch emulator, and it runs like the game we were showing was Minecraft, and it runs Minecraft better through the emulator on the Switch than the Switch does itself, which is fucking
It's baffling.
Like, I love Nintendo, but fuck me, like, they're not helping themselves sometimes.
No, and this is the thing. I know they go for like older hardware and stuff like that, but you would think that they would think to themselves, you know what? We're going to refine this. We're going to actually refine.
But if it's like what the hardware's capable of now, like, how the fuck can they not just send out a patch or an update? How can the Switch itself run a different operating system that in turn runs a Switch emulator that runs better than the game itself?
Because Nintendo hates their customers. We've already discussed.
I don't know if they hate their customers. I don't know if it's so much that. But
well, is it though? I don't know. I feel like they need to start thinking outside of the box again. Because, like, if someone just randomly at home can think about making that sort of stuff and sorting it out like that, then who internally in Nintendo could do that?
We know you're watching Nintendo.
We do.
Please didn't put us on that list. But like another thing as well is like because it's emulated, it could be with data transfer because the game itself is on the Switch rather than coming through the card, so there might be buffer speeds there. I don't know. I'm not a fucking mechanic or a gynecologist, so I don't know how it works.
I'm a gynecologist.
I've got this one long bit of my beard and it's wrecking my fucking head. Look at that. For people who are audio only, you need to watch the video so you can see that one random long bit of my beard. I don't know why.
What you should do is grow out the other side, shave it up the middle, grow it out, level it out.
Like the fucking guitarist in Nightwish or whatever the fucking band is.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
What's
go.
next?
Right.
Emulators on
Anyways.
iPhones. That's cool.
So the other really cool thing, I personally like this because I do play some PlayStation games on the PC, is PlayStation are actually bringing trophies to the PC now. So for their games, they can actually link in and sort of continue on the trophy journey, if you like, on PC, which I quite like the idea of. So one of the games that they're planning on doing this with is Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut, which I just think it's smart, and I think it's time that they did that because they have gone through years now where they're bringing all these ports, you know, PlayStation Studio ports over to PC, and the only places you can play them is on the PC or PlayStation. And you know, say you do buy it on the for Steam or whatever, and you want to play it or PC, it's got no, you don't get your achievements for it, which is quite annoying because there are people out there. I'm not one of them, but there are people out there that are dead serious about getting these trophies and platinum them games and all that kind of stuff. So yes, absolutely, and it just feels a bit like this has been a long time coming.
I remember the old hackaroonie with the hacked PS Vita in trophies, because if you download a game and you get trophies for it, it actually contributes to your account. Oh, really?
See, I'd be too nervous to do that though, to link my actual PlayStation account up to a hacked Vita. Yeah.
No, I think there's.
I don't know.
It's something to do with like the spoofware, because like it spoofs the. I think I could be talking about Mars, but like spoofs the console and you're thinking that the firmware is genuine. I could be totally wrong, and I could probably just have bricked my account, but
yeah,
worth it.
Who knows?
I'll just hack it again.
But yeah, just to kind of end this one. So they're saying here that PlayStation Studio games on PC such as God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, and Spider-Man Remastered can be played without the need to sign in to a PSN account. This isn't necessarily the case with Xbox Game Studio titles, which requires an Xbox Live account on Steve. I love it when Steve gets involved.
So you can just play the games, you get the achievements, but then that's it.
If you link in with your PlayStation
so you do have
account,
to link it then eventually.
Well, no, eventually. Yeah, it says you sign in with your existing account, and the overlay is optional for both single player and Legends mode.
Aye. That's cool.
I thought it was quite cool.
I think we're
with
coming more towards that micro Sony console.
Mm-hmm. I hope that comes.
Just
to be
saying,
honest
like,
with you, so
Microsoft are doing so well. Sony are going to release the fucking Uber fucking PS box in
the
6 years, and it's just going to be they're going to be integrated AI.
I'm for it.
It's going to be
I'm for it.
nothing, and there's going to be Nintendo fighting the good fight.
Oh, Nintendo, I don't think are going anywhere,
No.
and they're still going to be successful. And
Nintendo are going to be Nintendo, like. But
yeah,
Xbox,
absolutely.
I think Xbox are still. I think Microsoft's going to go the route of Sega, and then just become like a dev, and then just start.
I mean, they've got enough studios for it.
I know they've got studios, but they're no fucking doing anything with them. They're cunts.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what they should start enrolling themselves in. You know, paying all this bloody money. But there we go. Anyway, so next up on the list, did you finish watching Fallout?
I did, and I'm halfway through it a second time with a wife.
Are you really?
I fucking loved it. I'm going to try my best to keep it spoiler free, but fuck, it's very good. Like,
it is extremely good and easily one of the best adaptations, and that's what this kind of article is saying. Is the success of Fallout proves video game adaptations have gone mainstream. So
they've
it's
been
been
fucking
a global
trying long
hit.
enough.
Well, I mean, it's nice that they've started doing things like this, and they're not cocking it up. It's not Resident Evil anymore, is it? Do you know what I mean? One of these days we'll get something good Resident Evil. Sorry, Chris. You will get your day. But it is, they really, well, this thing has just blown up. It's just done so well. It's just, everybody's enjoyed it. Everyone's saying about how great it is. You know, and it seems to be looking good. They've renewed for a second season.
Of course, they have to, like.
And also, one of the things that still scares me a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still very scared for this. But they're talking in the article about the Mario Bros movie, which was incredible. We love that. And then it's like going on, and it speaks about The Witcher as well and how good of a series that was. The Last of Us. I didn't know Cyberpunk had a thing, but there we go. And then they're talking about Minecraft being on screens next year. And then the one that worries me is the Zelda thing that's in development. Ooh. And also they're talking about a Sims movie as well. So they're going ham for it now. They've gone, do you know what?
One as well. Margot Robbie.
Oh, really?
She's made to be producing a Sims one and a Monopoly one.
So it's like they've gone, do you know what? We're sick of remaking movies from the 80s and doing terrible jobs. Let's start looking at series and films, shall we? And do it on video game stuff. And but what we're gonna do, we're gonna really throw it out there, and we're gonna do a good job of it.
The one big thing I will hand to Fallout is there is so much stuff in the Fallout universe that they could have used, but they took a few bits, and then that was it. They didn't shoehorn in fucking everything cool for every game, which is what a lot of the other series have tried to do. Like, they tried to fucking just like
The Last of Us
shoehorn loads of stuff in that are irrelevant. But like, even like with Resident Evil, like the movies, like there's so much stuff there. They could have literally have just made one good movie with just like a small part of it. Instead, they like got this guy for this series and this enemy for this series, and then put them together. It's the same with the Silent Hill movie as well. Like, the first one, Pyramid Head, was in it. He had no reason to be in it based on lore. He shouldn't have been in it. But it's like they took this, and then just kind of went, and just soft they would work in it, didn't they? But in fairness, like, I had a few kind of like niggly bits about Fallout, but it's nothing drastic, like.
No.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And that's the thing, like they're doing a really good job, and like I say, they're done now trying to destroy different franchises. Although I still stand by it, the Mortal Kombat 1995 is one of the greatest
fucking amazing.
video game movies
Street Fighter as well.
Time.
Excuse me, is fucking fandabulous. Is ridiculously good. Bison in that is iconic. And they've got a Belgian playing an American and Kylie Minogue playing Cammy. That's, I mean, come on to fuck, like, how dare you? What's your
I
fucking
know.
myth it with up, you fucking heathen?
I tell you what.
The one
I
thing
love
I'm
it.
worried about season 2 though is them bringing in fucking Jesse, because I fucking hate him in absolute passion. You know Jesse for Breaking Bad.
Mm.
I fucking hate him in absolute passion. I don't know what it is.
Is he meant to be in the second
Well,
series?
he's hinted to the producers that he's a big fan of the Fallout games, and the guys who done Westworld done this, and he's in Westworld. I think he's in season 1 of Westworld, or he's something to do with Westworld anyway. I fucking hate him. He's got as much personality as a fucking torn wet paper bag, like. And
yeah, he's a classic example of he did a really good job at the job that he was assigned to do that he got famous for.
But that's all
But
he does.
then, yeah,
He's The Rock playing
like
The
Kevin
Rock
Hart.
in a movie about The Rock.
No, he's Kevin
Kevin
Hart
Hart.
playing that. Yeah, he's Kevin Hart playing Kevin Hart in every movie that Kevin Hart does. Just angers me.
Aye, they've done well with this. What I'm worried, or this is going to sound fucking stupid now, like, but I'll try and word it as best I can. Did he just agree with me straight away? This is going to sound stupid. Probably. But like,
who's to say
you know,
I wasn't
when
agreeing with you? Anyway,
a first movie or a first series that comes out and there's no very many big names in it, and then it does well, and then suddenly the following seasons have all the big names in it, all the big actors. Like Joker 2, for example. The first one was a small movie. Joaquin Phoenix is obviously a big actor.
Joaquin
whack off the fucking whacker.
He's amazing.
But you know, then it's suddenly like, oh, Lady Gaga's getting involved, and now it's all about Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn. It's like, fuck off. And it's like, it seems to be like when a first movie or a first series comes out, and it's almost like they're no sure, and then it takes off, and then suddenly there's all the interest in it. At that point, I'm just like, fuck off. Fuck you. You didn't want anything to do with this for the start, so you didn't get to be in this now. You're only doing it because you think it's going to be a good gig. And it's arseholes like these that fucking twist it to make it something, well, you know what, I think it'd be cool if my character done this. That's no lore specific and wouldn't really fit.
But I'm really big and I'm famous.
It would make me happy, then that means I would stay. Like, fuck
and then they
off, man. Oh, and Henry Cavill as well. Sorry now, but Henry Cavill, Warhammer. I don't know if you're up to date with that, but that's a whole big thing.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What do you want to just give me the rundown a bit quickly?
I'll keep this brief because I'm not 100% sure of the Warhammer storyline, or the lore. But apparently in it, and gone back to the 80s, there's a faction in it called the Custodes. And in the lore, they've always been men, like the firstborn sons of the elite families, had to basically be taken away to be trained like Spartans to become the god emperor's protectors. Anyway,
got you. All right.
They've modernized it for modern audiences, and they've decided that these Custodes can now be female. So they're basically retconning the last like 30 years of lore to make it more inclusive. And then, not just that, the guy who is the community manager for, I'm going to say their Twitter, I'm not entirely sure, but he was like, oh no, like there's always been women. And like the fans, like these are like guys who have been into it since like the 80s.
These aren't the guys that you really want to be saying, oh,
especially
no, the
like
law you think
what
is
happened
wrong.
with Henry Cavill in The Witcher. And apparently Henry Cavill is in talks now with Amazon to do this Warhammer 40k. And apparently he's like, no fucking about with lore. This is lore. Like, there's women, women armies, there's women all over it, but this one particular faction has always been men. And it's like, they're not even like they're good. They're not a good they're no good people. They're apparently meant to be like fascist, like fucking racists and stuff like that, because they want to basically cleanse the fucking universe, I think. All these different races, so they're like, it's not like they're good. It's like Battlefield fucking 5 having like black Nazis. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know. That's probably going to be a conversation for another day. That's why I said in the Discord a couple of days ago. So any Warhammer fans, that was it.
Oh, right, okay. Everyone thought you were looking for someone to paint your 3D models.
No.
Like...
And then Kenzie came back with a proper answer. I was like, oh well.
I know. Okay, here we go. No, like I just don't know why they do it. Like if you're gonna do a series, do it right, do it faithful, do the lore. Like with it just ending this on the Fallout thing, like it's just it was done so well, but yeah, by all accounts, I don't know the story, so I didn't know how much of it is true. But from what I watched the video after it, like how much of it is true and all the rest of it. But they didn't take liberties with it,
No.
and that seems to
what I
have
like.
gone down really well with everybody because, like, you know, it just continued to make a good universe and a good story.
Like they took loads of wee bits and kind of just peppered them here and there, like loads of wee bits, loads of references to other things, but they kept
That's
it.
wicked.
These are the antagonists. This is what you're after. This is the story. This is where we're going.
Yeah,
There's so much they could pick for, so much, but they just picked this bit,
and that's how it should be.
That's exactly how it should be.
Do you know
All
what I
the
mean?
elements they could pick for in that game.
Yeah, exactly. But there we go.
Fallout,
So,
amazing.
Fallout is.
And it's amazing watching the second time and catching all the bits that I missed, because I'm noticing there's like loads of kind of smaller references to, again, like I say, just wee things that are just peppered here and there.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next?
Well, next is so obviously not so long ago we're talking about servers being shut down here. And recently enough, the Mario Maker fans got to say goodbye to their games as they cut off all the servers.
They got a warning. They got a 2-year warning.
They got a 2-year warning, and then it was pulled. Now, as of January 2024, all these communities and whatever in Little Big Planet are just gone forever. And it's just a bit like, oh, great, here we go again. And this is, again, why digital will always suck. And I'm hoping that there's someone out there that will create servers and just keep them running forever. But, and as for right now, the Little Big Planet servers are dead. They're gone. Goodbye forever. And I don't know, like, can you imagine putting that much time and effort into something just for it to be wiped like that? That was one of the biggest things for me, was like, you think about it, like the amount of time and effort that these games have been, you know, have had in them by everyone, and then it's just like, yep.
Well, it's like you said, unceremoniously. Like like the article reads like, "Oh, we're just taking the servers offline there. They'll be back soon." Like, this dad's not coming back with the milk. Like,
that's exactly the sort of vibe I got. It was like,
like
oh,
it's saying
no.
there, like it like 16 years worth of community made levels for the 2008 game. Like, you've seen the shit with Minecraft, like people building the Hogwarts and fucking Middle Earth and the known universe. And imagine that just got shut down one day and that was it. Game over.
Well, in all reality, it probably will.
Minecraft will be a long time. Well, at some point eventually, but it'd be a long time.
You're right. I think it's going to be a long way off, but it's going to happen. And this is what really bugs me. It's like, why can't you just keep things on the system or whatever? Why does it have to be connected to a server and
ongoing
technical like I said, issues? Yeah, because like, you know, yeah, you're right. There are people that have built all sorts of stuff on there. Do you know what I mean? Like I've seen someone recreate the entirety of The Simpsons on there. Like, you know, they built like the Quickie Mart and the Simpsons house and it's just like that could be wiped just like that.
That was nice.
Like, oh.
But it's like I said, there is like,
hope you had fun.
There's some technical issues, so we're just going to turn them off, and then people are waiting. And then it's like, actually, they're staying off.
Yeah, they're just never happening again.
And there's fuck all you can do.
It just, I don't know, it just puts me off the idea of even bothering with any of these sorts of live service type dealios. Do you know what I mean? It's just, what's the point? Because one day you could go on there and it'd be like, nah, no more.
This always takes me back to a game called Mag. And I don't know if I've spoken to you about this before, but this is like one of the...
I don't think you have. That's a new one on me. What's Mag?
It's, I can't remember what it stands for, but it's basically like this big online shooter game that me and my brother used to play on PlayStation 3. Like, me and him were fucking hooked. It was... It came on PlayStation 3, I can't remember when. But it was basically these 3 factions, and each one had like different specialities. And then when you built up to a certain level, you could valor your character and start again. So basically, like, you know, like it's like in Dead by Daylight, you can go back to level 1, but then you can pick a different faction. But like getting to level 70 on 1 is fucking solid. Never mind 3 is brutally hard. But one day they were just like, "Oh, we're shutting down the servers in 2 weeks," and then that was it. The game was fucking massive. I'm pretty sure it was like 120 versus 128. Wow. And like the games were huge, and
And they were just like,
It's a
yo,
game that
one
needs to
day.
come back.
Bye.
But they were literally just like, oh, here we're shutting the servers down next week. And then that was it.
Wow.
Gutting.
Wow.
And now anytime you boot the game up, it's just like, thanks for playing. And that's it. Can't do anything with the game now. Raging.
Yeah.
Gutted. Properly gutted.
Aye. Well, I'd imagine all the players out there for Little Big Planet are feeling exactly the same way. So
Well, it's like putting all the time and effort into something, and then they're just like, meh.
yeah, bye.
Anyway, you want to talk about PSP, I
Crazy.
suppose?
Yes. So I don't know if you've seen it, but Macho Nacho released a video and did real well. And
Macho Nacho.
yeah, this I picked up purely because it's something that I definitely want to be doing. So the plan is so basically what he's done, he's got an original 1000 PSP. He's replaced the screen in it, and then what he's done is remove the disk drive to insert a HDMI like board type thing, which then plugs into your TV, so you can use it like some of the later models can do, but using a HDMI basically. So it's like kind of just updated the peripherals, and I was just like, yes, I need this in my life. Absolutely incredible. And the screen upgrade was something that I was looking at doing anyway, but when I seen that he dropped this, I was like, yo, that's something.
Is this is it model specific or is it any?
It's model specific, so it's got to be a 1000 model. I'm not entirely sure. He didn't say why it needed to be a 1000 model, but he did say it had to be a 1000 model.
I know when I was looking at screen mods before, they all had to be 1000. I don't know why, but I remember them being all they had to be like 1000. 1000 there.
Yeah, so I actually have a 1000 here that the disk drive doesn't work on, conveniently, and is a bit battered. So I was like, yo, that would actually be a perfect little donor PSP for it. So
like
hopefully at some point in the very near future, I will be picking up a screen and potentially a shell as well, and the little board, and just going to town on it.
You should get the transparent ones. I love to look at the transparent ones on AliExpress. But apparently reshelling it's meant to be a pain in the arse.
Reshelling is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I mean, with this, you kind of have to take it all apart anyway. Okay. So it wouldn't really take that much to redo, to be honest with you. But I just thought the idea of playing it on a TV, a 4K TV would be cool. So I like this, and one of the only downsides that I saw to this video was the fact that there's something to do with the audio. You can't turn down the audio on the PSP without turning the audio down on the telly as well. So it's like one single thing. It's not like, it doesn't treat it as like a dual signal thing.
Oh yeah.
So when it's plugged in, it means that you either have to put up with the sound coming from both the TV as well as the PSP, or no sound at all. Which, it is what it is. I still am very much into the idea of this, though. I would love to give this a blast, and who knows? Who knows?
And the screen remains functional when it's plugged into the TV.
Yes. Yeah. So, but the idea is that you use the PSP as like a controller at this point.
So it's almost like a Switch.
Almost, one might say, because there is an accessory for PSP, and I've never actually seen it, let alone been able to buy one. Like, it's on CX, but it's always sold out. So it's one of those things where it's a bit like, I would love it, but it's basically a docking system for PSP.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's so expensive anyway, and
sneak peek. I don't know. Sure. I'm going to be making a dock for this.
Yeah,
that's another topic for another time.
It is. Well, yeah, just going off this is kind of like where I see myself going at the moment. Like, keeping hold of the games that I want, not for PSP. I'm going for a full PSP set. I'm still standing by that. But for all my other games, that is something I've started looking into this week, and like I've started thinking about what I'm selling and what I'm gonna keep, and that ball is still very much
Mind.
rolling.
Oh, Graham gets
So,
first refusal. I was saying
you
earlier
know it,
on to
buddy.
save money, but now I'm going to buy all your old stuff.
Hey, listen, you know,
I
it
was
is what it is.
making space just to get your stuff.
That's all this really was the entire time. But no, I've got like duplicates of systems, and I've got like games that I'm just never really gonna play. So I figured, well, I'm gonna shove off that dead weight, and I'm gonna get the games that I actually want to pick up, and that's gonna be one of the things. But I'm also now, because I was gonna speak to you as well after we did this little podcasting thing, because I was gonna see about doing an OD what's it, the Pico boot.
Ooh.
For the GameCube, but I was going to talk to you about that, about some of my ideas for that for a video potentially. And well, no, it's more a case of when am I going to do it?
I'll do it for you.
There's a few.
Here's a video idea. Give me one of your GameCubes and I'll do it for you, and I'll pimp it the fuck out for you.
There you go. Okay then.
That's if
like
you want a GameCube. Like if you wanted to sell them, that's fine. Like, but
yeah. Well, no. The thing is, I have multiple GameCubes. I have multiple SNESs. I only have one NES, but like I'm just gonna keep like the odd games here and there, and I will be buying for the systems that I'm keeping. Out of the money that I'm gonna make from selling. It's like I've got like that's why this bad boy here is here, because I'm probably gonna sell him.
Bad boy.
Bad boys with Tech Deck, baby.
Oh, classic.
I know. Well, that's going as well. So, but no, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get rid of some of the stuff that I just know I'm not really probably gonna play, and then do that.
Yeah.
So, but yes, PSP is still very much my thing, and still very much something that I'm gonna collect for as well. So, but there's some expensive stuff up there that I still want to get. But in the meantime, little mods like this, it's not too expensive. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Right.
There are going to be some cool mods on the channel coming up, that's for sure.
Yeah, buddy.
So watch space.
Right, last thing is something we've been watching. I've still not caught up yet.
Yeah.
I'm gutted. But I've got them.
Have you at least got up to episode 5 yet? No.
So I've still not watched past episode 4.
Oh,
episode
hurry up,
3.
I want to talk to you about it.
Okay. But X-Men 97, what I've watched it so far, I have thoroughly fucking enjoyed, and it seems to be, obviously it's not a fucking remake or anything like that or whatever like Fallout is, but it's another good series that everybody was kind of worried about, especially I was worried about, like, for how modern they're going to try and make it and ruin everything.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
This seems to be Xbox's new thing, is look at this Xbox we made. You can't buy it.
It's driving me absolutely bloody insane. I'm not going to lie
like.
to you. Like, it really is pissing me off.
So Xbox
But
basically released. No, they didn't release. Xbox have showcased this Xbox that's wrapped in an actual comic book, and it does look pretty sick. But
it looks incredible. I'd buy that.
I'd buy that. I'd buy the controller. The controller looks fucking amazing, and the blister packet looks fucking unreal.
There is 11 different controllers that you can get with this.
I would buy
11.
all of them.
I just, honestly, and they're all in like 90s blister packs. So you can get Magneto, Storm, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Beast, Gambit, Morph, Jubilee, Bishop, Rogue, and Cyclops. And yeah, it just looks bloody incredible. But the only way you can do it is if you get involved in sweepstakes, which have already started and end next month.
Fuck off. I'm not fussed, but they need to stop this shit. Like, just release a good variant of your console instead of being like, enter the competition to win. Just
to be honest with you, if this came out, I would buy an Xbox. Which one are we on now? Series X? Yeah. I'd buy an Xbox Series X just to have this, and I'd be okay with it.
It's like that blue one they brought. I would buy that just to have it. And I would literally buy 4 of them to have the 4 of them.
Yeah.
But like, they're not wanting to sell their console.
Put my T on it.
It's because they're fucking just releasing everything on PC. PlayStation are bringing all their games over, so just like, I'll just focus on PC. But look at this cool Xbox we made. You can't buy it. You need to enter a raffle. Give us all your information.
I mean, all I'm hoping is that there's a way that you can sort of mod whatever and get an Xbox controller and figure out the buttons and all that kind of
Guaranteed,
nonsense.
right? If you went on AliExpress and Googled
Mhm.
shells, you'd be able to find all these colors and all these combinations. You might have to buy different like sets, but guaranteed you'll be able to find them. Like,
Wow.
get a blue one, get a yellow one, and then as you go to the front and the back for Cyclops and Bishop, and then find red analog sticks. Guaranteed you'll be able to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, there you go. We could just start
There
making them ourselves.
Do you know what? We might as well, because Xbox are not going to see the light. They're just not going to see the light, and they are so cool though. Like I said, it comes with a little carded back, you know, like the old school toys and stuff. And I just like, I want it. Why can't I have it?
Because Xbox fucking hate you.
Yeah, Xbox are worse than Nintendo. They really
at least
hate
fucking
their
Nintendo
customers.
release stuff. It's not like, hey, look at this is nice.
Yeah, never doing that again.
Fuck off. Right. Anything else?
No, that was my list done. That was my list for today.
That's been nearly an hour, so I'd say we'll call it a day here.
Yeah, there you go.
We're away to London in a couple of days. We're going to be doing some cool vlogging at that, so you'll see that video come up on the channel soon. There's going to be a lot of Game Boy stuff coming up soon, because Game Boy turned 35 the other day. We never mentioned that. 35 years of the Game Boy.
Wow, can you believe it was 35 years ago? Like that
I can remember
is legit
35 years ago
mind.
like it was yesterday.
I don't know if I can necessarily remember it like it was yesterday, but I can definitely remember like getting a Game Boy and like, you know, where and when and how, and sitting there for hours like under a light. Like,
back fucking killing you.
Yeah.
But it's an LED. Just let me complete this one level.
Yeah, you know, do you remember when it used to like eventually fade and then it just go off? Yeah, it'd start fading and then all of a sudden you just see like a little line, like.
I remember it very well. I remember I used to take the back off of them and keep like rotating the batteries, and that would give like an extra couple of minutes. You'd be looking for that sweet spot.
You'd be licking the batteries like, come on, get him on there now.
I never done that, but that makes sense.
You never licked the battery.
No. Makes sense.
Your finger,
a lot of things make sense now.
Buzz
the
my
PSP
fingers.
and the Final Fantasy. A lot of that makes sense now. Tongue banging batteries when you were a teenager.
No, I wasn't tongue banging them. I was licking my fingers.
Did he try to take it back now? Like that's how it starts. Like just the tip. That's how it starts. Just the tip, and then that slowly kind of stops having the same efficiency, the same kick. Then you just start.
Listen, that's why I can't feel my peripherals and my fingers anymore.
I'd say that's the only thing you can feel. You can't feel. Listen. Stop looking batteries. Stop looking batteries. Then you'll see how good Final Fantasy is.
Stop it. I've actually been playing Final Fantasy today, and it's just
I am shocked,
better, man. It keeps getting better. I'm telling you now, it's amazing. Such a good game. I cannot wait to finish Rebirth, only because I'm terrified that I'm gonna end up seeing spoilers somewhere, and I still haven't got through it yet. And I'm just like,
It's all a dream. They're all ghosts. Cloud is actually Tifa's stepdad, and she's having a really weird dream.
Well, we just had the very first. It is. We just have the very first bit with Zack. That's the bit that I've just got to, and I am absolutely loving it. So yeah.
Owen says good night.
There you go.
Everybody's listening. Owen
There we go.
Good night.
There you go.
But
yes,
so
there we
that's
go.
My cue.
Cool.
So
that is your cue. You need to go. You're a busy man. Okie dokie then. Well, thank you.
The whole family's getting involved.
Hey, yeah, this is a family podcast now.
Is it? Banging batteries and making
my family are currently KO'd in the other room. So yeah, that's what it is.
Must be nice. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Check out our merch that we've actually need to update, I think. Yes. Discord, YouTube, Twitch, and all the major streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple. I'm sure there are others. James, anything else?
Nope. Play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Bye.
Bye.